Okay, I'll try this again. I've been asked a question, and it was something I hadn't heard, but the elephants in China have left some, I guess, preserve, and they marched 300 miles away, 330, something like that, miles away, and then rested. So what's going on? Why are the elephants leaving? Well, my feeling was that, it's got something to do with climate change, etc. So I threw the cards, and indeed, that's basically what I'm getting. Elephants are very perceptive. They have an inner vision. And their inner vision was bringing up the star. Now, the star is for your hopes, your dreams, and all of those things. But I think also this has to do with a connection just with the planet, planetary connection. They have that inner vision, that psychic, knowing. Let's face it, they're connected with Pachamama and they're in the flow, okay? Like the reading this morning, be in flow. So they are in flow, and the foundation of this was hang up. Things are maybe not moving, progressing. They're seeing from a different vision, and they needed, above it was this opportunity to move on. It was time to take the road, to leave where they're at. So let's look and see what is going on with that. Well, what we get, the challenge is to release, let go of what they have, and of course, work together. It's like a colony of bees. If one goes, they all go, okay? So the foundation of this was, this was a strong premonition that they had, and above it, it was time to leave, to do the march, to do the energy, to go forward, okay? And so that's what they are doing. They're leaving, and they all marched to 300 miles away. But why are they doing that, and what's coming up? Well, they always have gratitude for what they have. And they were going to basically calmer waters. This is the one for calmer waters, getting out of a difficult thing. So they needed to leave. They needed more abundance, okay? They needed to be where there were more provisions, because underneath of it, the foundation is devil, difficult energy. And I think that this has to do with climate change and stuff, because what we have here, my Lenormand, is the polar bear and the cross. Now, we know the polar bear, their difficulty is the climate change. Polar bears it's heating up there. They don't have the ice flows. They're all in a crisis mode up there. And I think it's the same with the elephants. It has to do with climate change, okay? Climate change, and probably some loss of the provisions where they're at, unable to sustain themselves. So they had to follow their instincts, okay? They go with the flow of instincts. And they're very smart. Elephants are very, very smart. And so that for self-preservation, they made the trek, and they're going to, and it could be also with climate change, other things are coming in. They've had a lot of floods in China. They're having tornadoes, heavy, heavy winds, floods. I mean, all sorts of things are going on. And usually a lot of the animals can be very perceptive. You'll notice before a big storm comes in, a lot of times the birds will leave. Okay, so if you watch the animals, you get a clue as to what's coming up. So I would watch the area again where the elephants have left to see what's coming up climate change wise, because something's going to take place there, and it's probably pretty devastating. And so they're like it's time to get out of Dodge. Okay, we're grateful for everything we've had here, but it's time to move because storms are coming. This is not the place to be, and again, with the devil card underneath of it, and then again, we have on the other side of it, we have the polar bears and the problem they're under. I think it's the same thing with the elephants, not that they need ice flows, but just that the climate change is causing a lot of havoc to their existence. And so they made the threat, letting go of what they have, because they've got the inner vision that, things are changing. It's not good for us. We've got a lot of gratitude for what we've had, but it's time to fly. And I like the gratitude one as well, because it reminds you of the hawk and being able in flight. You're at a higher position to see what's taking place. So they're not losing the forest for the trees. They're seeing the whole forest and saying, it's time to get out of Dodge. And so we're going to make the trek. So let's hope that they find a place, that's going to be better for them. And I would definitely keep my eye on, where they left and see what happens up there, because I think that something is going to happen that's going to be pretty devastating. So I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for your question. I hadn't seen that the elephants. That's very, very interesting. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see more of these types of things happening. As there are so many shifts here, we're finding that things happen with the animal population. It's like in Florida, they're losing a lot of the manatees. Okay, the waters are heating up there, and they can't sustain themselves. When the water gets so hot, they lose oxygen and they can't breathe. So we're losing a lot of manatees, and there will be more of this type of things with all of nature and the animal populations, as if we don't get things under control with climate change. Very sad to see. So much love and light. Please be safe out there, and I'll see you online. And we got a four-legged bark off going here. I'm going to leave this here.